Hello and welcome to episode 48 of Rebuilding Chelsea on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you, and in a change to the previously advertised games due to fixture rearrangements, I'm going to show you the first leg of our Champions League tie against Basel, and then the home Premier League game with Nottingham Forest. So let's get straight into it. And the team to make the trip to Switzerland is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for the game against Basel, and it is Simon in goal, back four of Botman, Doria, Silva and James. Bellingham at the base of midfield, Fernandes and Mount ahead of him, Evanilson on the left, João Mario on the right and Sesko up front. So let's submit the team and go and find out what my assistant manager's got to say in the team talk. Okay, well, as you can see, he's gone with this is a match we should be winning. Make sure we do. He's absolutely spot on. So let's go out there and see if we can do exactly that. And I'm going to let you listen to the Champions League music this time. And as we're in the knockout phase, and you'll have had a chance to briefly glance at both teams as we're ready to get the match underway. And as always, first 10 minutes we'll just have a watching brief and see how things are playing out, and then if we need to make any interventions at that point we can do. So there has been absolutely nothing in that first 10 minutes, so we'll demand more and see if we can get some kind of response from the lads, as Basel pick up an injury on 18 minutes, but we've still not had a shot yet, so nothing of any consequence to report. But now we have a highlight. Silva to Doria into Bellingham, plays it over the top to João Mario on the right hand side, back to Mount, who goes out to the right wing with the ball, takes his man on, plays it back to Reece James, and Fernandes shoots wide. So big chance goes begging. Let's demand more again and see if we can manage to get a goal before half time. Neither side's had a shot on target yet, so it's been an extremely low-key first half. And there is the half-time whistle. It's Basel 0, Chelsea 0. So let's go into the dressing room, see what my assistant manager's got to say. Fans expect a win, don't let them down. They certainly do. So let's make some changes. And we're going to have to change Silva for... in fact, let's put Botman to centre-back. Silva then can come off for Cucurella. And what else can we do? Mason Mount for Xavi Simons. And I think at the moment that's it. Just the two changes. So let's get out for the second half. I should actually have taken Sesko off as well. He's not had a good first half. But and in fact he's given the ball away in the first highlight of the second half. So after this highlight I may well be considering removing him, especially if this goes in. It's hit the crossbar, we've got away with it, and the highlight comes to an end. So we'll get Sesko off and bring on Moukoko, the youngster. Doria's having a poor game at centre-back, so we'll bring Colwell on there. And in fact, I'm not going to make any more changes yet, as Colwill picks up the loose ball, plays it back to Bellingham, who's was the deepest player at that point. Cucurella to Reece James. Reece James plays it forward but gives the ball away. And Pelmard plays it down the left flank. Cade has got there for Basel. Calafiori gets to the byline, pulls it back to Thomas, who gives it straight to Enzo Fernandez, and we can break here. João Mario into Simons. It's played through for Moukoko, and he puts it wide. Massive chance goes begging. And I think the final change is going to be Bellingham for Thuram, as Evan Nielsen plays it over the top for João Mario, and he can't beat Mvogo at his near post. So we've had the chances but haven't managed to make anything out of them. But Cucurella intercepts, finds Evan Nielsen, Simons on to João Mario, and he's hit the post. It just will not go in today. So approaching the last 15 minutes, still 0-0. Mvogo with the ball at his hand. He's cleared it over halfway. James wins the header. Simons to João Mario, who gives it back to him. Enzo Fernandez into Evan Nielsen. João Mario shoots, and the keeper pushes it behind for a corner. And it's Colwill with the left-footed in-swinging corner to the near post, which is too easy for Mvogo, and the highlight comes to an end. So we'll demand more, and we'll wait to go attacking. We've got a free kick. It's Reece James, and I'm liking the position, and I'm liking the result even more. Reece James has made it. Basel 0, Chelsea 1. So we may well have seen a winning goal there. And we're into the last 10 minutes. So we'll go attacking just to try and see the game through. And fingers crossed we can come away with a win from the first leg. As Cognac finds Tomic. Tomic to Thomas. Berger into Privato. Kobos crosses. And Onyegbula puts it behind for a goal kick. So into the final minute, there's 4 minutes of added time to come, and we've got a corner. Reece James with the in-swinger headed away. Cucurella will get there. He does. Finds Colwill into João Mario, who shoots, and it skims the crossbar on its way over. So that should be that. And there is the full-time whistle. It's Basel 0, Chelsea 1, and I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and a home Premier League game against Nottingham Forest. Team for this one is Unai Simon in goal, back four of Veindel, Doria, Antonio Silva and Vanderson. Thuram at the base of midfield, Xavi Simons and Mount ahead of him, Sterling on the left, Youssoufa Moukoko on the right, and Sesko up front. So let's submit the team and go and find out what my assistant manager has got to say in the team talk. Okay, well, as you can see, he has gone with we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. And I think that's absolutely borne out by the fact we won the away leg. So we should be favourites to complete the job at home. So let's get out into the arena and let's see if we can manage to get a result. And I've just realised that I've talked to you as if it's the second leg of a Champions League game. Of course it's not. It's a home Premier League game. Still expect us to win it though. Nottingham Forest down in 12th place. 32 points compared to our 51. And the first highlight is a Chelsea free kick. Doria shoots and it's just wide. Not quite sure why Doria's taking it, but he did. And if we can manage to grab the win, we would go level on points with second placed Liverpool, who aren't playing. And it's Mason Mount to Thuram into Simons. Doria. Simons with the ball out to Moukoko. Crosses for Sesko. And Benjamin Sesko takes his tally for the season to 25. And it is Chelsea 1, Nottingham Forest 0. And confirmation that does take us to 53 points, level with Liverpool, one adrift of Arsenal with a game in hand on both. So looking very, very handy at the moment. There is the half-time whistle, 1-0 at the break. And assistant has struck a note of caution. He said we might be winning at half-time, but that could all change if your performance levels drop. Don't let that happen. Fair enough. And substitution wise, I think the only one I want to make is Mason Mount, because I think he's beginning to tire. So we'll bring on Bellingham. He's our best midfielder. And let's try swapping him and Simons around. So that's 3.5 and 2.5. And that way round, it's exactly the same. So it makes no odds either way around. So we'll leave it as it is now and get out there for the second half. So, second half underway. And more of the same, please, lads. So, nothing to report so far, but Doria with the free kick, plays it in, it's headed away by Forest. Amaro is dispossessed, Moukoko to Simons, Vanderson to Moukoko. Mokoku's ball out to the left for Sterling, he's got it down, pulls it back to Veindel, who crosses for Simons, and Simons makes it 2-0. And that should see Nottingham Forest dead and buried with their form the way it is. Vanderson now with the corner, right-footed in swinger, headed away. Veindel brings it down, plays it into Moukoko, and Sesko's shot is straight at the keeper, but he's offside anyway. And the highlight comes to an end. So I'm going to wait until 75 minutes to make any more changes, and I'll make all of the remaining changes at that point as Lingard breaks forward. Vanderson dispossesses him. Bellingham to Moukoko. Bellingham to Simons. Into Sterling, who's dispossessed, but Simons picks it up again. Bellingham to Silva. Silva into Simons. On to Sterling. Back to Thuram, plays it out to Veindel on the left. Sterling to Simons, back to Doria. Into Bellingham, plays it over the top for Sterling. Gets it down, pulls it back to Simons. Bellingham to Thuram. Simons hits a shot which comes back off the frame of the goal. And Niakate clears for Forest. They remain 2-0 behind. We remain 2-0 up. And it's now time for those changes. So, Vanderson to be replaced by Reece James. Let's get Xavi Simons off and bring on Enzo Fernandez. Let's get Moukoko off and bring on Abde, and we'll get Sterling off and bring on Evan Nielsen. So all the changes have been made, and we're into the final 10 minutes, still leading by 2-0. Bellingham into Abde, plays it forward, but it's straight at Amaro, who intercepts, and Forest can come away with it. Niakate, dispossessed by Bellingham. Evan Nielsen to Sesko, who I think is offside. He's put it in the net. I don't think this will count. I think this is going to be disallowed. That's my initial feeling, and it is. So it remains 2-0. And we're into the final 5 minutes, and the game is all but won. 3 minutes of added time, and we've got a corner in stoppage time. Doria with it, and Antonio Silva heads the third goal for Chelsea with 30 seconds or so of added time remaining. And that is the full-time whistle. Chelsea 3, Nottingham Forest 0. And I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table, and as you can see, we're sat in third position in the table. 16 wins, 5 draws, 4 defeats from 25 matches. We're just a point behind leaders Arsenal, and we have a game in hand over them and second placed Liverpool. So the title at this stage is in our hands. So let's take a look now at when we're going to come back. And rather unsurprisingly, I'm going to bring you back for the second leg against Basel and the trip to Newcastle in the Premier League. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.